currencies. ADA has generated a staggering 1,500% return. It has been entertaining to watch Bitcoin over the past 5 years as they have worked to develop ways to enhance their networks in order to achieve widespread adoption over time. This project is encouraging for Cardano's future, and it may succeed in reaching the desired $32 price. History has shown that any time the Cardano network is subjected to insulting comments or charges, the developer of the system, Charles Hoskinson, is always prepared to mount persuasive arguments. His relentless defense strategy has convinced Cardano investors that the ecosystem is valuable enough to justify the cost of security. Hoskinson seems to have everything under control, and the network's future looks bright, so unfavorable opinions shouldn't dampen it. The Cardano founder has developed a level of assurance about the basics of his company so that he doesn't hesitate to speak when he notices a weakness in the setup of rival networks. But could this bright future entail the ADA coin price hitting $32? The founder of Cardano was unable to control his words when a Salon post sparked a social media frenzy. He proposed to his developers a video about how to fix ancient video games in response to a tweet about Solana being shut down. When a user asked if he believed that his overconfidence could be used against him in the same way as Dogecoin and Luna were, Hoskinson retorted that nothing was fully secure and that everyone has difficulties occasionally. In his opinion, he made the snarky jab since Cardano has been cruelly mocked by the Solana and Luna communities for constantly attempting to do things correctly and using formal procedures or expert judgment to prevent issues. Charles Hoskinson, who is constantly exhibiting perfectionism, has provided a clear explanation of what Cardano's future might entail. It might be as faultless as Hoskinson claims. After all, he frequently uses Twitter to smear Cardano detractors. In June, he tweeted that the number of transactions on the Cardano network would surpass those of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and several other major cryptocurrencies in 2022. He also mentioned ghost transactions and eerie alpha hustling in his comments, mocking Cardano skeptics who had previously tweeted that the network was a ghost chain and that there had been a significant increase in the adjust. Because FTX Alameda was not listed on the exchange platform, the current conflict had no effect on ATS pricing. Experts continue to have a positive outlook for the Ethereum killer as a result. According to figures provided by Cardinal's blockchain insights, Cardinal has also seen a surge in the number of wallets. There were 3 million wallets on the network on November 7th. However, as of November 16th, there has been a noticeable increase. In addition, with regard to the data from Sandion, the number of daily active addresses has increased, and stackers assert that they started adding ADA tokens to their wallets despite the sell-off caused by the FTX meltdown, versus the 130,000 addresses that were added a month ago. From these signs, an increase in the price of the ADA currency is to be anticipated. There are currently 134,000 addresses holding between 10,100 and 1,000 tokens. Given these advancements, Charles Hoskinson argued that he mistakenly issued inaccurate projections about Cardano in response to Mr. Charles, a Twitter analyst who criticized and made fun of him. However, how does that occur? Mr. Charles tweeted on November 13th that Hoskinson has not kept his commitments. The Cardinal inventor had tweeted that if he gained control over hundreds of decentralized apps and other digital assets, Cardano will have a better future. Twitter continued to send screenshots of the message indefinitely, and the community then reacted to the criticism in a number of different ways. The respondents were split into two groups, those who agreed with Hoskinson's assertions and those who disagreed. The problem was handled by Charles Hoskinson after the tweet received a lot of likes and shares. His own words. The irony of his critics' criticism, according to him, is that their propensity to retweet shows that his forecasts have come true. He also mentioned that Cardano has over 1,000 decentralized apps, 6 million assets, and 3.6 million wallets, proving that his predictions are accurate and bound to come true. The overflowing trolls on the Cardano network are insufficient to stop the network's expansion because of his rapid response to the allegations that the Cardano founder behaved in a way that promotes the network's worth and his native token. The growing interest in Cardano coincides with the blockchain's continuing network development, which is considered as a serious rival to Ethereum. Cardano has developed a new wallet called Lace. Charles Hoskinson predicts that with the launch of a modest multi-chain cryptocurrency wallet, the network would almost reach 1 billion users. He also claims to have smoothly combined Web 2 and Web 3 functions into a single user experience. The ability of the wallet to integrate concepts, entities, transactions, and apps into a single experience may be advantageous to Cardano. Simply said, a rise in the ADA price is acceptable given a rise in the utilization of walls. Furthermore, the Midnight blockchain, which focuses on anonymity, and a token to go along with it are being released by Input Output Global, the business that created the Cardano blockchain, at a gathering held at Scotland's Edinburgh University. The Cardinal Chief explains that one of the numerous side chains currently being implemented on Cardano is Midnight, which is supported by zero-knowledge proof technology. By providing zero-knowledge proof smart contracts, it would surpass earlier privacy currency attempts. When permission is given, this is the blue bridge that spans the gap between protecting privacy and giving regulators and auditors a backdoor into the system, referring to the encryption techniques used by two other privacy currencies. According to Hoskinson, Midnight has advanced privacy coin technology in which everything was anonymous by default and where Zcash and Monero used snarks and ring signatures as authentication methods. The system, he continued, was unique from the ordinary. Additionally, it is an entirely new approach to developing and executing private smart contracts as well as private computation. So, for these kinds of things, you can either go mining an anonymous data collection or have a private DEX. He confirmed that privacy coins have always been exalted by the crypto community in Liberia. He said that regulators who are concerned about how the technology can aid in financial crime have likewise eyed them warily. He did, however, emphasize that every organization is legally required to investigate privacy issues. According to Charles Hoskinson, the Kusina article by IOG, which explores privacy-enhanced smart contracts, was released 2 years ago and is now materializing in the real world. The unstable cryptocurrency market was shaken by FTX's collapse, losing billions of dollars in value and falling below the $1 trillion threshold. The viability of FTX as a cryptocurrency exchange is seriously jeopardized by these effects, which are also anticipated to continue to negatively affect broader markets. Beginning in mid-November 2022, as a result of the biggest drop in the brief history of cryptocurrencies, withdrawals were stopped, and a warning was posted on the FTX website. This could discourage investors who are already wary due to worries about stability and security, and it might take some time before the wider effects on the cryptocurrency market become apparent. The Cardano network saw a surge of activity throughout the recent roller coaster. This was captured on the day FTX filed for bankruptcy. On November 8, there were 10,360 new addresses, a record high compared to recent months when the average was fewer than 1,500 per day. The increase in transactions was one of the unusual changes, and it is safe to say that the ATS price behavior is positive. This modest recovery demonstrates how little the FTX crash affected Cardano, which helps to explain why ADA isn't present on the famed exchange spot market. Regarding the effects on other ecosystem actors, Charles Hoskinson responded to this circumstance by comparing it to the FTX situation or how it was becoming more complicated. He continued by saying that the fallout from the collapse would probably resemble the market developments that followed the Terra Luna disaster and might have a domino effect on businesses like Celsius Network and Three Arrows Capital. I believe that this is the least important one and the last one to take care of. It will be challenging to foresee just how horrible it will be. And it may undoubtedly get much worse. There aren't many businesses left like FTX, Alameda, Three Arrows, Capital, and other like ones. A minimum of for this cycle. While Charles Hoskinson is certain that things will come around, I sincerely hope that this is the last cycle of this kind, end quote. To survive, Cardano has been getting stronger and taking on more important duties. Rome wasn't constructed overnight. So it appears that the $32 estimate for Cardano is still valid.